Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I'm gonna use English because I'm gonna review the accommodations that I already use. Why I said accommodations? Because I lived in two accommodations during my study. 6 months in the North Tower, specifically in the William Morris Tower, and in the Meadows, specifically in the Coley House. So in the beginning, I like to brief review about how I'm studying here. For information, I study economics as a master student in the program of applied economics and data analysis, and the university places only the postgraduate student in the specific North Towers, as I know one of which in the William Morris Towers in which I used to live. First, I'm going to review about the North Tower and how the North Tower is in my perspective. In the North Tower, I live with 13 people from 12 countries, and can you imagine how plural there, how the habits and how the diverse in my flat. And it was so fun for me because I really like being socialized with people. But for some people, I realized that it might be so annoying or inconvenient for those who do not really like socialize with people. So I suggest you not to choose North Tower if you think you are typically a person who doesn't really like the noisy thing or the loud voice around you. So North Tower has 2 bathrooms and 2 toilets. And in the beginning, I thought that it would be so complicated when you share bathroom and toilet with like 13 people. Can you imagine that we're going to make a queuing every morning to take a shower or to use a toilet? But apparently, it didn't happen. So apparently we didn't take a shower that often, and yeah, apparently we can just wait in our room if someone was using the toilet. And the North Tower employed the clean lady, which will come every once in a week, that will cleanse the public area such as the kitchen, toilet and bathroom. And I think this is really important for you guys to know about the culture in this country, like in the UK, how the toilet was used in the UK. Because I have a flatmate and she was scolded by the clean lady because she threw the paper in the bin instead of the toilet. It was so shocking for us because we didn't know about the culture here, so we just threw out the paper in the bin. So it's really important for you to know more about how the culture here. For me, studying in the North Tower was quite conducive because yeah, I'm typically a person who are unable to study in a really quiet place, so I can just usually listening the music or like talking with my friend. I can still deal with it, but for those who are unable to study with such a noise voice or like a loud voice around you, so I think it's better to not choose North Tower there. And the positive side of the North Tower is about the distance from the university, because North Tower is exactly located inside the university, so you don't have to take the bus, you don't have to walk so far from your accommodation. Even I had a class in which the building and the locations of the class is exactly beside the building, so it's like you just have to walk like for a minute to go to your class. The second accommodation that I like to review is the Meadows. So because of the pandemic, all the students that live in the tower are moved into the ensuite rooms because maybe university consider about the potential outbreaks when the students live and share the bathroom or the toilet together. So we are placed in the new place and we don't have to pay extra for it. I think this is the better place for you who really want to study in a quiet place, because you will be live with about 7 people, and which is less than people who live in the North Tower. And of course the price will be much higher than the price in the North Tower. But the thing that you need to consider is like the Meadows is a bit more far away than the tower because the location is a bit outside the university, maybe about 500 meters from the university, so maybe it will take time for you to go there. Well, the positive thing that I see from the Meadows is like you have your own room and your own toilet, so you don't have to share the bathroom, you don't have to share the toilet with your flatmate there, but you will have the shared kitchen. I mean, I think for sure people will share the kitchen anyway, but the thing is, like, the clean lady will not clean your toilet or your bathroom, so you have to clean yourself. And the bed in the Meadows is relatively wider than the one that I use in the North Tower. I think the bed in the North Tower is just for one person, while here you can use like for 2 or 3 people. So it doesn't matter if you're gonna bring your friend here, but I don't know how the university consider it. And the next point that I like to emphasize is about the people in other flats. So I used to live in the North Tower, and there are about 15 flats there, and which are so like about 15 floors. So I can still socialize with people from the floor 9 or from the floor 11. It was still possible for me to have social with them. But here apparently, I don't know, maybe because of the pandemic or because of the, I don't know, because of they are preventing to not get in touch with people or new people here. So I think, I don't know, maybe people like the old residents here, they know that they don't like being socialized with people, so they choose the Meadows. I think that's my perspective. And the next point is about the water. I don't know, I feel like the water in the tower is better than the water here. And in the tower I used to drink the water from the tap water, so I don't have to buy the bottle, like the water from the mineral water from the plastic bottle. I realized that the water is really different, and I should consider to buy the water like this, because I know that it's really I don't know, the water in the Meadows, I taste it different, and it's a bit like stinky. I don't know how they process the water. And about the distance, I think you also have to consider about it, because when I was living in the North Tower, I can easily and quickly access the university facilities, like the photocopy machine and like other university, like a gym and other facilities. When I was a bit late, maybe like get sleep or something like that, I can quickly catch up and run to the class, and it doesn't take so long time. And also because North Tower is located in the university, so you can easily go to the like bar and also some places, some canteen or something like that. And when I was living in North Tower, I used to go back for a moment in the break of the class just to take some lunch or prepare my meals, so I don't have to go to the canteen. Can you imagine if you live at least like 1 kilometer from university, like in the Meadows? I think it's too far for you to go back to your flat to take some snacks or take some meals. So living in the North Tower is really good because you don't have to go far away. And the point that I really hate from the North Tower is like when we have the fire drill, you couldn't take the lift, right? So you have to go down with the stairs. And when you're living in the 15th floor, it was so tiring. So you have to consider about it also. And I used to live in the 10th floor, and I can imagine that I should go down with the stairs, and afterwards people would stay outside until the order from the officer. Meanwhile, in the Meadows, there are only about maybe 6 or 7 floors in which you don't have to take it so long time to take the stairs. And I think the Meadows is like a half, the height is the half of the towers, so it's not that high. So when the fire drill is held, it's not that tiring. And even if North Tower has 2 lifts, usually both of the lifts were broken. So it was also the tragic for the people in the North Tower. And it was another tiredness when you just come back from the sport and doing the gym, and when you arrive in the tower and you couldn't use the lift. So it was so tragic for me. So consider it also about the lifts, because more people use lifts can be more likely broken. So yeah, even if the price is really worth it, you can live inside the university, inside the campus, you can access more, and you can access more quickly relatively to the Meadows. Maybe you can have to consider about it. I think that's all of my review about the accommodations in the University of Essex, in which I live too. And I'm so sorry for my poor English. I hope you still get the meaning and the point that I already said to you. And yeah, thank you.